Today, we are testing your leg strength on this video, specifically for people 65 and older. Leg strength plays a big role in balance, and exercise that strengthens your legs is one of the best ways to decrease your chance of falling. For older adults and their families, falling can be a really big deal. A fall can mean the difference between being able to live independently or not, so this is an important conversation to have. In the US, falls hospitalize 1 million older adults every year, and they're a leading cause of lost independence. 3 in 10 older adults fall every year. The good news is, most falls don't need to happen. So while you might be falling, worried about falling, or know someone who is, that doesn't need to be the case, and it can improve. I'm Dr. Alex Locke. I've been a physical therapist over 10 years, and I've worked with thousands of older adults who have fallen or are working to prevent falls. Some people might say, if it's a problem, my doctor will tell me. But that doesn't always work, because of the people who fall, over half never tell their doctor. And of people who get referred to physical therapy, a lot never go. So this is your chance to do this test without needing to go to a clinic and see how you compare with people your same age. But first, I want you to meet JoJo. JoJo is 70. She lives independently in her own home. She wants to keep it that way. And before we test your strength, we'll test hers. Here is JoJo.
We take for granted all the little things that we do. You know, we go into the bathroom, we take a shower, we go into the kitchen, we do everything. If I fell and I couldn't do day-to-day things, I would have to pivot. And I can't afford that on so many levels, because even though I am 70 years old, I'm just beginning my life. I'm just getting started. I live in the first floor, and I intentionally moved on the first floor because I want to make sure that everything's going to be accessible. My balance is great. I am not flexible. I've never been flexible. And sometimes, you know, I'll have like, I only have 15 minutes. Let me take a 15-minute walk. Let me get out there. So we're going to the famous Taco Loco, which is right over here. People come here from all over New England because this is authentic Mexican food. There's a lot of competition in the neighborhood, but this is the #1 place. I'm getting hungry now. I live alone. Nobody is helping me. However, my brother and his wife live upstairs on the 2nd floor. You know, we got you this meal because we love you. Go ahead, okay. Go ahead. Because he has balancing issues, he can fall very easily. If my brother fell, his world would turn upside down. I think he would end up in a rehabilitation home, in a nursing home. Give me a hug. I love you.
All right, try it.
Okay, bye.
Oh, look at those white shoes.
Being independent is so huge, which is why we have to take care of our bodies. We can't take chances, because if we fall, our body is different as we get older. Things can break. I don't know why they break, but things can break. So you don't want to fall. Everybody wants freedom, and I don't want limitations. I don't need limitations. I love freedom. To move, to be, to think, and I want to have some fun too, you know? That's what it's about. If I fell, I wouldn't be able to do that. And for people who are struggling with their balance, we are the director, producer, and actor in our own lives. Anything and everything can be reversed. This is the last leg of my journey in life. I want to make it count.
Okay, JoJo, we are testing your leg strength. The test is a 30-second sit to stand. So without using your arms, you stand up and sit down as many times as you can in 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, good, 3, all the way up, 4, 5, 6, Stop. All right, 13. We got 13.
All right.
Okay, we are gonna test your leg strength and then we'll compare that to people your same age. This is called the 30-second sit to stand test. We need a little bit of setup, but I will be your timer during the test. So first, we need to find the right chair. The right chair is a standard height chair, dining room chair, folding chair work great. 17 inches is what the test requests, but I don't need you to take your tape measure out. Chairs we're not gonna use are the tall bar stool. That's gonna make it too easy. We're also not gonna use the low squishy couch. That's gonna make it too hard. The other thing we're not gonna use is the office chair, because a chair on wheels, we do not need this chair wheeling away while you are trying to do this test. So the test itself, arms across your chest, you will stand all the way up, sit all the way down, as many times as you can in 30 seconds. You're not technically allowed to push off the chair with your arms. And if you're someone who needs to do that, we already know we need to work on leg strengthening with you. So no arms for this test. All right, I'll be your timer. Keep track of your number. How many stands do you get total? Ready, set, go. As we're doing this, you go at your pace. Don't worry about keeping pace with me. I'm just giving an example. And make sure you get all the way up. So we're not getting halfway up and sitting down. It's all the way up each time, and butt gets all the way down to sitting. Keep going. A little more time. And stop. Okay, how many stands did you get done? That's your score. Now we're gonna compare that with your peers. What we are looking at here is the average number of stands people your same age are able to do on this test. So let's see how you compared to average. We're gonna start by finding your age group. Are you between 60 and 64? Are you between 65, 69? And the next two lines are split into how women perform on this test and how men perform on this test. See how you did compared to average. My example is, I'm a 71-year-old woman. I stood 10 times today. If I go to my age group, between 70 and 74, I see people my same age can typically get 14 stands. I got 10. That tells me I have work to do on my leg strength. How did you do? So, we just tested your leg strength, and leg strength has one of the biggest influences on someone's balance and risk for falling. So, if you scored better or the same as your peers, good work. Keep doing exactly what you're doing. But, and here is the most important message of this entire video. If your score was lower than the average of your peers, do something about it. Because a lower score means a higher risk of falling. Leg strength can change and it can improve with exercise that makes sense for your body. Maybe you stood 12 times today. Maybe it was 6. Maybe it was 0. It doesn't matter where you're starting from, it can improve. But your legs aren't gonna get stronger accidentally. So this part is going to require a little action. You have options. You can attend Tai Chi. You can go to group exercise classes. You can work with me or somebody like me, a physical therapist, to figure out which exercises your body needs. Motive PT is my studio, and we do everything online, so I work with people from all over, and it works great. But if you feel like you need to be seen in person, do that instead. There are lots of different ways to get stronger, so go with the one that works best for you. But you have to pick an option. The only wrong option is doing nothing at all. Falls are not inevitable, and they do not have to be a part of your life. We should all be able to age how we want and live how we want and stay as independent as we want. And while that requires a little bit of work, that work is absolutely worth it. It's been great working with you today, and until next time, move well, be strong, and decide on your next step.